introduce the issue. May I give you the floor?
Yes. Thank you, distinguished chair and guest. Thank you, Mirjam, for inviting me. Ladies and gentlemen, I have the pleasure to share with you about the South-South Cooperation Program for Sustainable Development that Roberto mentioned. Did I touch something? Sorry. Fortunately, I was not the first to have troubles with it. But anyway, this is a long-term program that has been supported by by the Netherlands. And I'm very glad to share with you that because of the uniqueness and the results, it was awarded with the UN Global Award for South-South Cooperation in 2010 as part of the recognition that the Netherlands has been going with an innovative approach. What is the focus is global, thinking globally, acting locally. The focus, the approach has been in the main areas of the Johannesburg Convention, biodiversity, water, energy, agriculture, and also MDGs, and not only in poverty, education, and environmental sustainability, gender and global partnership. And I'm also very glad to say that as a result of the exchange between the three countries, we've learned a lot from the Bhutanese gross national happiness, and the three countries joined together to promote as a ninth MDG for promoting that all countries will start measuring happiness as part of their measurement of development. And that was very well supported during the last UN summit during July in summer. This thinking globally, but really is acting locally at the level of the community, at the level of the local organizations, at the level of the people in the three countries, where organizations, and more than 150 organizations are sharing their knowledge between the three countries in things very specific in sustainable tourism, sustainable agriculture, sustainable energy, and gender equity. And I'm very glad to mention that this South-South cooperation approach has been building horizontal partnerships for development. It's building more equitable relations. We've heard how important is that we break down, or we break down these unequitable relations. And this South-South cooperation has been really about building each other trust and sharing. And also it's about empathy. It's about understanding how others are feeling, but how others understand my situation, I understand theirs. This also has built ownership on the South, ownership from the organizations, commitment, because capacity development is a two-way process. It's not just what can I learn from you, but what can I learn from you, but what you can learn from me, and how we both learn from each other, and how we both grow from the relation. And it has actually enabled successful experiences from the leading countries to share. I want to say that some of the lessons that we have now been able to prove that South-South cooperation does have very impressive results. And to share you some of the results in this 4-year program of 13.2 million US dollars, more than 150 organizations have been involved, and we have touched the lives of more than 26,000 direct beneficiaries within different, more than 400 different communities within the three countries, all around the three countries. More than 600 new products have actually been created and are in the market. It's not just that they were invented, but they're really in the market and are being sold by micro and small and medium organizations in the three countries. That has also meant more than 4,000 new jobs created. In many of those cases of micro enterprises that have already created their own business, also means more than 1,000 women that are now involved in decision making, and that's part of the process. More than 4,000 families have actually improved their income. And if we just take what this means within this, just take 1 year, these people that are now with their micro enterprise are selling new products and everything, just the sales of those people, it was measured in 250,000 for those little organizations only in 2010. That is, we believe, very significant in terms of the benefits for the people that have been participating or benefited from the process. What we learned from South-South cooperation? One thing I'd like to mention is that because of the results, we were also selected as a showcase, as a case study to be presented in the Busan high-level forum for aid effectiveness as one very valuable way to promote development cooperation. And when as selected, there was a lot of evaluation processes and analysis that were done for the whole program. And some of the lessons learned that we can summarize from that process is that actually South-South cooperation needs and has to be based in reciprocity. It's not just two countries that do something together or they cooperate, but it's really different countries that are looking for opportunities to learn from each other and to share experiences. The relations, as I mentioned, are based in equality, and not just gender equality, but equality in all of the decision-making, the budget, the financial decisions, everything, all of the process, even in the planning. And participation of different stakeholders, and that's also one of the basic principles. It's not just two organizations, but it's really involving as much as organizations relevant in the different projects, in the different communities. This South-South cooperation has this greater autonomy, giving this autonomy and responsibility to the Southern partners, has also produced great sense of ownership, accountability, and also efficient results, we would say. Having organic pineapple producers from Costa Rica sharing how they grow organic pineapples in Costa Rica to the Beninese organic pineapple producers have actually achieved that the producers in Benin increase their yield of this pineapple, organic pineapple. They even doubled the yield of kilograms per hectare. So that is a very significant result. Technology and knowledge transfer is most efficient when counterparts do identify with each other, when there is empathy, when people understand. And one interesting thing, because you see, Benin, Bhutan, and Costa Rica are very different, and we could list the amount of things that we're different. But the interesting thing was that we did find a lot more things that we have in common, and the coincidences. And so it turned out at the end, language, culture, religion, and geography differences were not barriers for the cooperation. And this was not just said by us, but by all of these 150 organizations that were involved. They actually said at the end, those were not barriers. It was just, and that's another relevant thing, is that all of the investment in setup time that it was developed to understand each other and to know what are our points of coincidence, that was the most valuable thing to do. And that was actually facilitated all of the great results. Also, the management was in a participatory way that also was also very vital for the sustainability of the whole program. Activities have moved beyond the funding of the Netherlands, and that is very relevant. So even when the funding has finished, all organizations have kept going on it. And that is very significant to say. Definitely, systematization is key, and that's something that we are eager and we can be learned from the North. And I would say that South-South cooperation would not replace North-South cooperation, but it could actually be built in a triangular cooperation type of way, South-South-North. So we could also apply this similar model into including partners from the North and other partners from the South. That is also very, very relevant. I would like to finish by saying, perhaps you saw some pictures outside, that as a way to say thank you to the Netherlands, thank you to the people, to the Dutch government that believe in this approach and have actually supported this program, but more the South-South cooperation scheme. We are offering this photo exhibition, and you'll see the people, or the faces of the people that were somehow involved from the three countries. Also, you'll see that there is like a Beninese market and a Bhutanese market and a Costa Rican market, and you'll see, we could even perhaps do a contest on whether you guess which is which country, and some of the pictures could be actually from either of the three countries, you'll see. These photographs were taken by Javier del Campo, who was involved in one of the biodiversity protection projects, and we've called it Three Continents, One Vision. We'd like to invite you to look at it, and I'd like to say thank you with this photo exhibition, and please enjoy it. And to finish, one of the results of all of these initiatives from the three countries were 36 projects with different organizations. One of them was about the cultural coincidences and the musical influence from Benin into Costa Rica, and even some possibilities for merging music and everything from the three countries. And three musical groups from the three countries merged and then talked and built, and one musical CD was actually produced with this merging of the music. And I'd like to offer you this CD of music.
Wonderful. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.